Hola, ¿cómo está? I see no one this early. All right, there we go. Hey, John, I'm going to turn that off. It's echoing. Hey, John Morrison. Chris, good morning. David, good morning. A little early, 8:30. Right? Is it 8:30? Yeah. I got kind of an early start out here tonight. In the shop, got a knife I'm working on here. Georgia Weatherman, hello there. For some reason the comments are going by pretty quick. I'm going to pull up my, doing the same as you, sipping coffee. I got to mute my my phone. I can read the comments on this. I can read the comments on this. Right? There's an echo. Hold on. Ah! Okay, here we go. I can read the comments now. So I got Chris, sipping coffee, John, doing good, Georgia Weatherman, David Griffin, Chris Stigman, hey Zeph. Yeah, this ain't gonna help. I can't read the comments on that. It takes several minutes, so I just have to watch you. The other day, I was in my buffing room, and I just happened to have my coffee cup with me, and I thought to myself, I wonder. So I put my coffee cup on the buffer just to see if I could shine it up, and it did. Well, my God, the humidity. I have never in my life felt humidity this heavy and thick. And I've lived here for 43 years. Not here where I'm at, but in this neck of the woods for 43 years. The humidity is, the humidity is so high it's hard to breathe. Can y'all hear me all right? This is the first time I've used my iPad to do this with, so I don't know how well it picks up voice. And if you can hear me okay, just say so, because good. You hear me okay? Good. Well, I had my Ford pickup truck for 11, almost 12 years. And over the 12 years, I have had a lot of electrical problems with it, and most of them I've been able to fix myself. Needs a price quote. Yeah, fine. You can contact me through. I also have a website, bcblades.net, that you can look at the knives I've made. But I actually prefer to. Somebody said hi, and I missed who that was. The messages, they show up and then they're gone before I can read them. So, and I tried looking at them on my phone, but it's just not working. It's freezing up on my phone. So, and I'm out here on what do they call it? Extended Wi-Fi. Or right behind you on the wall behind you is a Wi-Fi extender, and it's not real fast. So, I'm probably using too much of the bandwidth at one time when I have both devices running. Hey, there you go. Yeah, well, I was just explaining why, Ricky. I've had, you and I are friends, and I always joke about Chevys and Dodges. But the truth is, I've had a lot of trouble with that Ford, electrical problems. And, most of them I've been able to track and trace down. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm not limber enough to crawl up underneath and take the dashboard apart and find, and I just can't do it anymore. My back hurts, my neck hurts, plus I'm not a skinny fella. So I see I'm having it more and more often. I'm having electrical problems. I replaced the blower 3 times. I've replaced blower, motor, relays constantly. And that's just one issue. I've had other electrical issues. So I see the writing on the wall with this thing. And anyway, I bought that car to try to keep some of the miles off my pickup truck because I went and looked at new pickup trucks and talk about sticker shock. When I bought that Ford 12 years ago, it was $44,000, and I thought, I was just ashamed that I spent that much on a pickup truck. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Chris. Anyway, I bought it, and I went and recently looked at new pickup trucks, and my God, they're $55,000, $60,000. That's a freaking. I give $80,000 for my mobile home, man. I mean, that just doesn't make sense spending that much money on a pickup truck. And the truth is, my life has changed. I'm older. I don't have campers and boats, and I don't have all the stuff I used to have that I needed a big pickup truck to pull. So anyway, I bought the car. My wife, she did not like driving the pickup truck. It was hard to go shopping in it because it's a 4-door, but you have to open the passenger's door and then open the front doors, and then the passengers in the back open that way. So you have to open the front door and then open the back door. And then you can't get your shopping cart, your buggy in there to unload your groceries. It was a pain in the neck. It always has been. So we got the car thinking that would save the miles on the truck. And, it sounded good, but almost a year I had that car, and I didn't even put 1,300 miles on it. Because when we went to town, we always had to take the truck. I mean, you were always doing stuff around here. Flower gardens, chicken feed. I mean, we always have to pick up something that we needed to bring the truck with us to town to buy. So the car ended up being absolutely useless to us. So this last electrical problem, I don't know what it was. I put it in the Ford dealer, and I'm afraid to get that bill. They haven't fixed it yet. $130 minimum diagnostic fee. So, I could look at it myself, but I can't. It's so hot out, I can't even get outside to work on it. Hey, Dove Sweets. Price of going blind? Yeah. What about curb feelers? I'm kidding. So anyway, I put the truck in the shop. I brought the car over to the Honda dealer. I've done a whole lot of research on mid-size pickups. And Honda was the cheapest of the mid-size pickups, and it offered the most, and it had the best fuel mileage. And I don't need towing capacity. I don't need payload. I mean, I throw 10 bags of mulch in the back of the truck, or potting soil, or, a little bit of lumber. And when you drop the tailgate, it's got an 8-foot bed. And the thing that absolutely sold my wife on it was, and this Honda Ridgeline is the only one that has this, it's this gigantic trunk in the bed of the truck. And the truck bed, it folds down like that, or it opens like a car door. And then you reach in there and the bed lifts up, and underneath the bed is this gigantic trunk. It's the size of a fairly large car. And my wife said, oh yeah, I can live with that. So I traded the car, I traded the truck, even though they know it's broken. I told them it's at the shop, get fixed, I'll pay for that. And I got this Honda Ridgeline. I do not want a car payment, but the truth is, I had 2 vehicles, insurance on each. That's 8 tires, that's 2 fuel tanks, 2 oil changes, insurance on 2 cars. So the money I'm saving getting rid of 1 vehicle, it more than offsets the slight increase in a car note that I had over that other car. So we're going to do all right. Anyway, that's the explanation. I just don't have it in me to chase electrical problems, and the truth is I'm not that good with electrical problems. I'm a pretty good mechanic, but electrical problems, man, and especially in these newer vehicles that have just electronics everywhere, they do stump me. And electrical problems are the most expensive things to fix when you take them into the shop, so I'm going to dread this when I get the bill for that. But I hate to say it, good riddance. I do not want the problems of mechanical failures anymore, electrical failures. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, the end is near. The end is near. I'm driving a Honda. Ricky let a Marine in his shop. Jay Wallace wants a pink sheath for his knife. What else could possibly go wrong? I got close to that. You know, I had some issues. I had a smashed-in bumper. I did that. First time I ever damaged a vehicle, I had it about a year. And I went to a yard sale, a tag sale. And when I got there, I was the only one there. And when I left, there was cars everywhere, and I tried backing out around everybody, and I ended up backing into a tree that I did not see. So I bent the bumper, and I lived with it for all those years. And then a friend of ours, who has since passed, had a motorcycle wreck, and me and my wife, she didn't have a family, she did have a young son, but she was in a hospital, and then we had to take her down to New Orleans for physical therapy, and she had this wheelchair that was, oh my God, that thing was heavy. So one time I was lifting it into my truck and it slipped and I put a big old dent in the side of the truck and I never fixed that. So it had some issues. And then, like I said, I'm not a skinny fella, and sliding my big ass in and out of that truck put a hole in the seat pretty quick. So it had a big hole in the seat. So I didn't get 10 grand, but yeah, I had 115,000 on it. But I'm more than happy with the deal I got. Sight unseen, I hadn't even seen it yet. And I know what the trade-in value was, like 79, and that is in good condition, and I would hardly call it good condition. I took good care of it mechanically. But it had a lot of dings, dents, scratches, rips, and tears, you know. So, more than fair. What I got was more than fair. And then I made out pretty good on the car I traded in. You know, I did all right. I'm very happy. What I ended up financing wasn't bad at all. Very happy with what I got. And you know, I have another consideration. I am a fat guy and I have some health issues, and I could die tomorrow. You know, and I don't want to leave my wife with something that she can't drive or can't pay for. So I got credit life on it. So if I die, it'll be paid for. Anyway, it's all good. It's I'm happy with it. My wife, the most important thing is that my wife is happy with it. And you married folks, you know what I'm talking about. If your wife is happy, you're happy. You know what? I'm going to have to turn my AC down. I'll be right back. Yeah, it took about 2 hours, but I come out here about 2 hours ago and turned it on, and man, I'm almost shivering. It's that cold. That thing works good in here. So that's the pickup truck story. How many people I got in here? 29 people. And I had a couple more orders for knives come in overnight. So right now I'm working on 5. I got one in a vise. And what do I have? I have 2 neck knives and 3 BC specials. I have to cut a neck knife and a BC special out. I better turn this off of that Trump sign because, boy, YouTube, man, they do not like that man. And they look for any reason to dump a video off that has him in it. Hey, Lou. Happy wife, happy life. I don't know, but I've heard that before. And my wife hasn't drove it yet, but I think she'll enjoy it when she drives it. Right now she's riding her lawnmower. She loves that ZTR, man. She is always on the thing mowing. And she's mowing before it gets hot. Good morning. No, I have, let me see, I will hold some of it up. I got the rest of the components I have. But this is the most important part here. And I have the hose. The last thing I got, the thing that was holding me up, was a 4-inch hole saw. Let me see if I can show you. All right, here, this is where I work on my knives, right here at that vise. And under there, under the bench, there's my dog. Let's see, right under here, I'm going to cut a hole in the wall and then run a hose from that fan over here to underneath my vise. And that is going to suck all the dust away from me. Sorry, I didn't make you sick, did I? That'll suck the dust away from me, mostly. It's not that bad in here. I have some machines that are dusty when I cut, but you know, I only do that for a second. I'm at this vise here for hours and hours, day after day, and this is where most of the dust is created. So this morning I was thinking, you know, maybe I'll just go straight through the floor, straight down with it. That way it doesn't, you know, gravity helps the thing. It's 195 cubic feet per minute. Kim, good morning. So I think having it go straight down through the floor, gravity will help suck away some of the particles of dust. And I just hope this fan stands up to it for a while, because it's really meant more for ventilation in grow rooms, whatever that is. So I don't know if the fan will, you know, if the dust will destroy this or not. Time will tell. And okay, I broke it. I didn't. So I'll get to it. Right now I got a lot of knives I need to make progress on. There's one of these knives I think may be a birthday present. I'm not sure. So I want to, you know, I don't want to make that late. Everybody knows that it takes me a month or more. Not a room. Okay, a tent, whatever. It's just meant to move air out of areas you don't want certain odors in, I think. But I got it on Amazon. And what was I saying? I completely forgot. Oh, birthday. Yeah, I have a knife that somebody has ordered for a birthday. And I want to get that done. But I have, so today I have to cut out a neck knife and another BC special. Because I have 3 BC specials and 2 neck knives that people want. Which is good. And now that I have a Honda payment, I need to work a little harder out here. I got to answer a text. Let me, a young friend of mine wants to know if I'm busy today. He wants to come use my saw, and I'm going to let him know. Come on. Okay, sorry about that. So, anyway, told you the story about the Ford, and it's going to be nice having around an 8-inch, 750 CFM, 24-inch cover canister, 4x8 10. Yeah. I have to read it before it disappears off there. Having two vehicles is a pain in the neck. Like I said, two insurances. I have not, Jim, I haven't made a hidden tang knife. I will eventually try that. Oh, I wish I got this wood. It's hybrid wood, and it's some really beautiful maple burl. I bought 2 pieces. And oh, it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to make Texas rumbles out of them. I don't have a moderator in here, so I hope I don't need one. I haven't needed one. Oh, actually, I think Chris is a moderator. Yeah, if you're still here, Chris. So I can't see the comments, so if, you know, I got 1 second. I hate to do this, but I want to tell this guy he can come use that saw. Okay. Yeah, a friend of mine, young guy, works at Tandy Leather, and he lives in an apartment, but he likes to make knives and all that. So I let him use my shop, and he has to. And Tandy Leather in Bossier City, Louisiana, is reopening next Monday. So that's good. The 20th, whatever the 20th is. I'm gonna build a carport or buy one. I don't know. I probably will buy one, because here's the truth. I used to love building stuff. I used to like working on small engines, and but since I have started making knives, I don't like doing anything but making knives now. I know that sounds weird. I have this dust system that I want to put in, but I don't want to stop making knives to do it. So it's a problem. And I make myself do stuff I have to do. That's for sure. I'll tell you what. I had this eye worked on. I call it spot welding, but I was seeing flashes, which I didn't know was a bad thing until I called the eye doctor, and they said, "Be here tomorrow." My retina was coming away from my, it's called a detached retina. And it was pretty important that I got it fixed. And they had to go in. It really, it didn't hurt, but when you talk about what they do, it just gives you the creeps. They go in through your eyeball with a machine that shoots lasers and it tack welds the retina back to your eyeball, I guess. I don't know. I didn't even want to know a whole lot about it. I just said, do what you got to do. I'll sit still as long as I can. Oh, is Phil in here? Hey, Phil, I must have missed you being in here. Well, there goes the neighborhood. So, yeah, that laser surgery, that you have no idea the willpower. It's not painful. Have you ever been shocked by low voltage electricity? It feels like an electrical tickle when they're shooting the laser beams in your eye, the laser in your eye. And it's not painful. It's a very odd feeling. It's a little bit uncomfortable. The pain actually came hours after the surgery, and it wasn't even that much pain. It was just a bit of a headache. But it's over and over. You fell in your driveway, everybody hurts. Huh? Jeez, January, man. I hope you got someone to help you with things. Steve, or Duff Sweets. Maybe, I don't know, you might not want your name known. But I know you got medical issues. And I hope you have somebody to help you. You're a long ways off, or else I'd be the one to come and check on you. You got a good sister. Good deal. Well, I can't think of anything to talk about. I just wanted to explain why got rid of my old Ford, and actually I gave them the title, and we're done. But I still had to go pick it up at the Ford dealer when it's fixed and pay for that. I'll let you know how much that is. I got a feeling my wife and I are thinking 1,000, 1,300, something like that. God. Which is why I'm glad I'm sending it down the road. I cannot afford to. I can't keep working on electrical problems, and there's no guarantee I could have found this electrical problem. I did find a fuse that kept blowing, and you have any idea how many fuses and relays and breakers there are in a new vehicle? There are like 30 of them under the hood, and there's like 60 of them inside under the dashboard. And as big as a pickup truck is, I still couldn't contort my body. Here's where, inside the truck, it's down in the passenger's footwell on the right side, like where you open the door, it's down there in the right. And there is no room to get this size of a body in there and then turn your head and look up against where your feet go to the right. So what I did was my phone, I just put my phone on, and I held it up looking at the fuses away from it where I could look at my phone and then see what fuses I was testing. I had to get a 12-volt test light and check the fuses one at a time because there were 60 of them. Yeah, I'm not dealing with the stress, man. I'm just explaining all the trouble I've had with that truck. And on top of that, me making fun of Chevy owners hasn't helped either. Anyway, it's all been fun, and now I can make fun of Ford owners too, so it's all good. All right, man, I think let me see how I do this. I think I'm gonna hang it up. Thank you all for showing up. I gotta get back to sanding some knives and cutting a couple out, and maybe drink one more cup of coffee. Thank God I didn't get a Chevy. There you go. All right. I'll see y'all. Let me see if I can do this. Cancel. See ya.